Today, Paul wanted to talk about Rhode Island housing and the down payment assistance program for first-time buyers, which is one of the best in the country. We're very lucky to have it, and we're lucky to have you here with us, Paul. Welcome back to the program.
Thank you, Amelia. I appreciate it. Rhode Island Housing has a phenomenal first-time homebuyer program. It's geared toward obviously first-time homebuyers looking at 1 to 4 unit properties, and this is anywhere in the state of Rhode Island. It's not one town or towns. Some programs are just for certain cities or towns. This is for anywhere in the state. So keep that in mind. It does allow you to get $17,500 as a down payment assistance / closing costs it can be used for. So it's a combination how you want to use it. There's no repayment on this particular program. So it's not like something you'd pay back in the future.
Do you have to hold the house for a certain amount of time for that to be forgiven?
No, this particular program, there's no amount of time that has to be held. But I mean, obviously you would hope at least a year or two, but at the end of the day, there's no requirement in terms of how long you have to hold own the house for. So it is even more of an incentive than normal. With this program, I mean, truthfully, there are a couple major requirements, which, I wanted to touch on briefly. Number one, you have to have a 660 credit score. We spoke to Rhode Island Housing the other day. We had our office had a session with them, and we went over the program again in detail, and they would not make an exception. So 660 credit, you have to be a first-time home buyer. And what that means is either you've never had a house at all, or if you haven't had a house in the past 3 years, you would still qualify, again, being a first-time home buyer. For income, 1 or 2 individuals, the maximum income is about $112,000. And for 3 or more, it's $129,000. So, you have to think, majority of our first-time home buyers are going to fall in that bracket. So it's not something where, the income, it's a pretty good amount of income you have to make in order to not qualify. So this is the general guidelines of the program. And, with these loans, we can close them in, usually 30, 35 days. Some people have the stigma where, Rhode Island Housing, I don't know if I want to, deal with the red tape. They've really streamlined their process now. It's something where, we're all on the same page. It's almost like an FHA loan with a little bit of a spin with the down payment assistance. And, keep in mind also, this program, while it is free money, you can also still put money down in addition to. So if you want to take advantage of the $17,500, great. You can also put more money down if you'd like. So it's not something where you can only be $17,500. You can use your own funds as well. So some people are not aware of that. That might, hey, listen, I'll take the free money and then put my own money into it as well, and it's something where the more money you put down, obviously the lower your payment's going to be. And with this program, I mean, 1 to 4 unit, if it's a multifamily home, 2 to 4 unit, we can actually use the rental income that the unit brings in, either through a lease agreement that's in place or fair market rent that the appraiser determines. And we can use that to help qualify borrowers. So if you think about it, you can buy a multifamily home, in theory, with no money down. You can use some of the money for a closing cost credit as well. And then you can have the income from the rental essentially pay for your mortgage as well. So, I mean, think about that for a first-time home buyer. No money out of pocket or very little, and also having essentially the mortgage paid for by the other units and qualifying that way. So it is a great program. I mean, most people I speak to, oh, well, great, how does it work? And it's really cut and dry. And just so you're aware, we did ask Rhode Island Housing how long they anticipate this will be available, and they said they anticipate at least through the end of 2023, maybe into early 24. So we still have a good 6 to 8 months to utilize this as is.